Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Stephanie. So I'm sure you've seen this trending or viral AI talking baby podcast on social media because they've been trending everywhere.
Babies randomly start dancing the moment they hear music, no matter where they are.
You know what always cracks me up? When babies pretend to cough just to get attention.
Yes, or when they suddenly freeze mid-crawl like they're in a spy movie.
Right? Like, if I don't move, no one can see me.
Babies, part-time comedians, full-time chaos agents.
And I'm sure that you find it engaging, I find it hilarious, and I find it fun to watch as well. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how you can create your own viral AI talking baby video for your podcast, just like what you see here on the screen. I'm going to walk you through the tools I use. I'm going to give you a step-by-step tutorial on how you can also create one for your own fan project or for your own social media accounts. Let's get started. So the first thing is we'll be using this tool called Hedra. In order to access Hedra, you have to go to hedra.com. I'm going to leave the link to all these tools in the description box or in the caption or in the comment section so that you can navigate to them easily. When you go into hedra.com, you have to navigate to their image generating tool, and when you come in here you have to describe your image. So I have a number of prompts I've already created. I'm going for a 2-person baby podcast, so I'll be using this exact prompt to generate an image of my first baby. If you don't want to use hedra.com to generate the images, you could also use Google AI Studio, or you can even use ChatGPT. To be honest, any good image generation tool would be able to help you generate the image you want to use for your podcast. Okay, so I do see that our image has been generated for us. I'm going to generate an image for our second host, and to generate the image I'm going to be using this exact prompt. Okay, so our image has been generated for our second host. To make sure that you select the aspect ratio as 16:9 if you want to post this on YouTube. So you can select 16:9 if you want to post this on YouTube. If you are looking to use this as an Instagram reel or a TikTok short video or a YouTube short video and you want to choose like a different aspect ratio, you can choose a 9:16 aspect ratio. And in terms of the model here, I'm just using the image Gen 4 model because I think that's like the highest model you can use. And so now I do have my images ready. The next step for us is to generate our script. So in order to generate our script, I'm going to be using ChatGPT to generate our script. In ChatGPT, I'm going to be using this exact prompt and I'm going to click on enter. Okay, so we have about 4 different paragraphs in here. So this is looking good. So now that we have our script generated, the next step is for us to generate our voiceover or our audio file. In order to do this, we'll be using 11 Labs. When you come into 11 Labs, you can leverage their text-to-speech model, their voice changer model, sound effects. There are a number of audio tools that are available to you in 11 Labs, and there are different ways in which you could generate this particular voiceover script. I'm just going to teach you just one way to do so, and in my opinion I think that's the easiest way to do so. So in order to do so, when you come into 11 Labs under audio tools, all you have to do is you need to select voiceover studio. Once you select voiceover studio, you have to click on create voiceover. You just need to enter like a dummy project name, and you also have to upload a dummy audio. So I'm just going to upload a dummy audio in here. And then once you upload a dummy audio, all you have to do is click on create voiceover. Creating a voiceover would bring you into this dashboard. So I don't need this in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this one so that we have a fresh project to start with. Instead, what I want to do is I want to import my script. Okay, so in order to import your script, you have to import it as a CSV file. Note that we only have our file as a script. We haven't converted it into a CSV file. So I'm just going to use this exact command in ChatGPT. Okay, so my CSV file is ready for me to download. So all I'm going to do is click on download. Okay, so now I have downloaded this file onto my computer. So all I have to do is come back into 11 Labs and then upload the file in here. Okay, so now that I have the file uploaded in here, all I have to do right now is, because I have 2 babies talking, one is female, one is male, all I want to do is I just want to make sure that because I have 2 different hosts, I can decide what type of voice I want to use. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here in host 1. I'm just gonna assume that host 1 is a female. I'm gonna come in here, maybe change the name to Alice, and then host 2 is the male, just so it makes it a lot more easy for me. So I'm gonna say Mark. Okay, and then in terms of the audio, the voice, this is where you could really sort of like change the voice and play around with it. So you can make changes to like the voice, you can change the stability, you can change the style, you can do so many things with this. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm just gonna go with Rachel, and I'm just gonna change the style a little bit. Let's see this one for Mark. Yeah, I'm gonna change the style a little bit, then I'm gonna click on it, and then I'm gonna generate audio. Then I'm gonna do same for Alice. Okay, I'm gonna click on this, and then I'm gonna click on generate audio, and then I'm gonna click on this as well, and I'm gonna click on generate audio. Mind you, I haven't played this, so I really don't know how they sound, but let's see. Okay, so this is good. I'm gonna play the output of all the audio. I'm gonna play the output so that you have an idea of how it sounds like.
You know what always cracks me up? When babies pretend to cough just to get attention.
Yes. Or when they suddenly freeze mid-crawl like they're in a spy movie.
Okay, so far it's looking good. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna click on export. In order to export, you can either export it as MP3, WAV, or you can export them as audio tracks. What we want to go for is exporting them as audio tracks. That way we have about 2 different audio tracks, which makes editing eventually so easy. I'm gonna click on export. Now I'll click on download. Now when I go into my computer, I should see 2 audio tracks generated for us. So now that we have our audio tracks generated for us, we have to come back into Hedra. So this is where you're going to be doing all the lip syncing and the video and everything. So this is where the real stuff happens. Okay, so we come in here, we click on video. And when you click on video, you first need to upload your audio script. Okay, so once we have our audio here, you can play it just to make sure that you have the right audio. And you can also like change the audio, the voice in here if you're not happy with the voice you had from 11 Labs. And then all you have to do is click on add video. So now we just want to add in the start frame. Okay, I'm just going to include the image that was downloaded from Hedra earlier. And in the prompt, I'm gonna say the baby is talking, and I'm gonna click on enter. Okay, so this has been generated for us. I'm gonna do same for the next image. So this time around, we're gonna be using the second talk track. And then I'm gonna add the start frame for this as well. For the prompt, I'm just gonna say the baby is talking, and I'm gonna click on enter. Again, make sure that you are selecting the right aspect ratio. It's very important to select the right aspect ratio. Okay, so our second video of our AI talking baby has also been generated for us. So at this point, what we have to do is we just have to download these 2 videos. So now that we have all the videos of our AI talking baby podcast ready, the next step for us is to go into CapCut and edit these ones. And I'm going to show you exactly how you need to edit these in CapCut. So you first need to download them onto your computer, and then you come into CapCut. In CapCut, you have to drag all the videos in here, and all you have to really do is you don't drag them into the exact timeline frame, but what you have to do is you drag them onto a frame that is on top of the timeline frame. Okay, so you want to drag them on top here like this, and then you drag this one as well on top of it like that. Okay, and then you just have to look at where there are audio waves, right? So if you look at this first audio track, for instance, you can see the audio wave starts from here till this point. So you just click on this part of it, and then you cut it. Likewise, you cut it up to the parts where the audio waves stop, and then you do same for the second clip. You just have to cut it to the point where the audio wave stops as well. I'm going to do same for this. It's all in how you do the alignment. You have to cut it as where the audio wave stops as well. And you click this, and you drag this closer, and you drag this closer as well. You just make sure they are all aligned beautifully. And you drag this down, and then you can add in some transitions as well. They don't have to be complicated transitions, they just have to be just simple transitions. Okay, so now I'm gonna play what our outlook looks like.
You know what always cracks me up? When babies pretend to cough just to get attention.
Yes. Or when they suddenly freeze mid-crawl like they're in a spy movie.
Right? Like, if I don't move, no one can see me.
Babies, part-time comedians, full-time chaos agents.
Okay, so that is it. That is how our output looks like. I know this tutorial was just for a 15 seconds video. You can do this for like an hour-long podcast if this is something you want to do for your channel. But yeah, that is it for today's tutorial. I have other tutorials I've done. Last week I created an AI talking avatar that you can also go watch. I'll leave that on the screen as well so that you can go check it out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel as well, I'll encourage you to do so. Okay, but for now, that is it for today's tutorial, and I hope you found it helpful. See you in the next one.